Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Look at Micah's tractor. Ooh, you can put that up and down. That's really cool. Hang on one second. What's up, Ev? Well, I don't know. We'll have to see, hon. For some reason, my tractor is not moving forward. Are you stuck? I'm stuck. Oh, I turned it off. That would be the problem. All right, let's head back to the barn. Let's check out the wheel selections when we're back at the barn. I'll buy all of them. I don't know. You probably have to buy it for each tractor. We'll see how much it costs. It's going to be thousands.
Well, we can try 7 different ones.
Right. That's right. Because I want to get the. I mean, obviously, we're going to need the narrow tires.
Right, care wheels.
Yeah, the care wheels for doing the fertilizing.
We'll have to find DTS's website and look to see what if their care wheels can be anything else.
Right. Wait, what do you mean?
Like if they have the tires that are for grass, if you can use those for if you can use those count as care wheels.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Why? Because you hate the care wheels?
Well, no, just to see if there's something different.
You could probably use the narrow quad track.
I don't want to go to bed.
You can just lay up here and play on my iPad, okay? I'm going to clean that thing off.
So speaking of $7,000 a trailer.
Yeah, that's not bad. We spent a lot of money today, but I think we spent it well. I had $180,000 after selling the old 85M.
Uh-huh.
And now I have, oops, dang it. And now I have, there you go, kid, $56,000, but we bought 2 tractors, the baler, and 4 trailers. Not bad, really.
No. Well, I think that Coon was the most expensive, wasn't it? Oh, you didn't buy that, that's right.
What? I know, they're going to lay up here and go to bed. I'm sorry, say that again. Seth was interrupting me.
No, I was thinking that you bought the Coon thing and you didn't.
No coon thing.
I just love this. I love this.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Yes, Seth. Yeah, that's what's going on in a little bit. Once I'm done with this episode, yes. 1/2 an hour until the Adventure Zone. Can you spray an iPad with Lysol?
Don't say why not.
Just Mater's playing on my iPad. I'm not the.
You know, I would probably spray a rag.
Yeah, spray the rag and then wipe it down.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get it again.
Or just keep spreading it.
That's because that will happen. I don't know what's up with my gas pedal, but I can never get my tractor to go full speed anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have to use the cruise control to do it. It's still counting down the $37 that we sold. It's like 37, 37, 37, 37. It's pretty funny. All right, let's park these trailers in the trailer park. Sorry. And I'm going to speed up natural time speed. Are you going to wash it?
Oh, yeah, these are real dirty.
Can you wash mine too?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'll pull up a little bit.
Of course, Your Grace.
Das King.
I've been watching Game of Thrones.
Oh, good Lord.
I know.
It's so bad.
It's not even adult safe.
No, I watched a little bit of the first one because I read the books, and the books are awful. I mean, I love the books though, but they're terrible. And I thought, well, I can't imagine they could make it much worse. But oh my gosh, it was like, what? I mean,
Really?
they took the books and made them like way worse. I was like, I cannot believe like how it's just bad. Let me hook that up.
Oh, okay.
Getting real close, yeah. Yeah, it makes me sad because I really, it's like it's horrible. I have a hard time even admitting that I like the books because it's just there's so much crap in them. But the story is unbelievable. I couldn't. I was sucked in from day one when I started reading it. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are incredible books, but they're terrible at the same time. But the story is just really well done. I mean, he's an incredible writer. But I don't know. Do the ends justify the means? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the depravity part is just so bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine, like the show, watching the show, though, the show was worse. So I was like, okay. I'm not going to watch this.
Well, that's why I like.
I have my limits.
I like fast forward.
Right. Oh, the time. Oh, like the on the TiVo or whatever.
You can just fast forward.
All right, I'm going to play with tires here for a second, and then in the morning we're going to have to fertilize. Let's see here. Customize. Wheel setup. Detroit. Ruse Detroit. These are the narrow wheels, right? Wow, these are expensive wheels, man. Oh, okay. That's what it looks like.
I'm coming.
I'll leave them for a minute while you run over.
I don't feel like I'm running very fast. I think I've gained a couple pounds this summer.
Definitely have.
Care wheels?
Yep. I got to make sure I save
those
enough.
Don't look bad.
Nope. And then let's see here. I don't customize.
Now, what was that called?
Rue Etoile.
Rue de Croix, okay.
Rue Etoile. Detroit. Tires narrow. And then Rue normal, which would probably be normal tires. I'm not going to put those on. Nokian. What does Nokian mean? Gazon. Industriel. $10,000. Chenille Etoile. These are narrow tracks. $12,000. Large tracks. And then 4 tracks. I don't know. I can't really afford to do those right now.
Yeah.
So,
well, how much were the narrow tires?
the narrow tires were $4,000.
Or you might as well just wait to do the tires. And then, well, do I need to do narrows? I do, don't I?
Yeah. Gazon.
I'll go grab my tractor.
Rue normal. Base tracks. These are.
These tractors are so funny in the garage. Next to the big 8R.
8R. Gazon Industriel. I wonder, maybe they go up in size because the prices go up. Like the Rue Industriel, the industrial wheels are $10,000. The Gazon are $9,000. The Nokian are $7,000, and normal are $4,000. So we'll upgrade these to track. These are probably the tires that are on there are probably like the lawnmower tires. Like these look like golf tires to me. Well, the back ones aren't really, but the front ones are definitely like care wheels for like grass. So that's like those are like mowing tires right there. They're not obviously dirt. Like
I can customize, I think.
try it. Oh, it's 5 in the morning. Slow down time.
Wow.
Is it letting
Once
you
we
do it?
upgrade this, we can run the windrower with this thing.
Yeah, right.
150 horsepower. So we're at 87.
Oh, I like the way you angled back the bracket. Like you left it partly angled. I like that.
Now, which one is the care wheels?
The care wheel is Rue et Trois. It's going to be ROUES ETROITE.
Okay. So 3,500.
Yeah.
See if it works.
Yep.
You do not have enough money. Okay, so
Okay.
I can't. Well, at least I can look.
But that's cool that you can do it. It'll let you do it if you have the cash. So, Rue de Bas, Rue et Trois.
Nice. It actually sits a little higher.
Yeah. So I think we can buy the big wheels after the next harvest. Like instead of putting those lawnmower wheels on, we'll get the bigger wheels. These don't look bad with the care wheels either.
No.
A lot of tractors look kind of goofy. All right,
These
I'm going to do...
tractors
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. No, go ahead, bud.
I'm going to do the liquid. If you want to do... I'll do the two big fields. I'll do field number 1 and 31. If you can do solid fertilizer on 33 and 26.
Okay.
And you'll probably need the weight. Ta-da. Off to work I go. I don't know, man. What do you think? Is this tractor too small for this?
Nah. Not considering that these things can get up to 150 horse.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
So I'm doing 26 and 33.
yes. And the good news is we've only got one growth stage, so that's good.
So I'll do 33 first.
Man, this thing is huge. Yeah, I'm trying to unfold it. That's what I'm doing. Oh, I farted. I better be careful with all the flu going around. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, especially on YouTube.
I'll be right back. We're going to pause for a moment, folks. Been there. Done that.
That guy'd have to redo his little video he made of you.
Heading.
Oh, this tractor really moves really nice on the dirt road.
Yeah.
And they did a good job.
There's so much good stuff out there. It's hard to find stuff that I don't like. I mean, you know, but it makes it difficult because it's like I don't want to have a million mods, you know.
Right.
But I just keep finding ones that I like more and more.
Now, with these the fertilizers, does it do any good to lower them?
No.
What is the point of lowering a fertilizer?
I think in real life they lower them when they run them. I think.
Or is that to refill them?
I don't know.
I would think
it would
with
make sense
with
you'd want it higher up to me because it's like you'd want to be able to fling it further. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Be fun to get to the point where we can actually use manure on our fields.
Nice, yeah.
At least the smaller ones. I don't know if we get enough manure with like 1 million cows. Probably have to have like 500 cows to get enough for big fields like this.
It's a goal.
It's a goal, for sure. Slurry, though, too. Look at the size of this thing. I'd like to fertilize in the morning. Oh, man, that sounds terrible. Oh, never mind. Rewind. Take that back. Oh. Oh, this is cool. I didn't realize this fertilizer actually has lights on it
Mm-hmm.
on the arms. I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
okay.
Like you could actually do it at night if you needed to, because it lights up underneath it. That's pretty cool. I made a mistake.
The,
Oh, go ahead.
the only thing we need left on this farm is the Trans Am.
No. You mean the one where the guy sits on the floor in the middle?
Yeah. His butt rubs on the ground.
I did find a Golf GTI that I like a Volkswagen.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty nice. It's German. They don't have a very good service rep though. I have one friend, for some reason he buys all Volkswagens and then they all break. And I'm like, why do you still buy them? He's like, I don't know.
I'm under contract.
That's right. Let's see, his son's Golf GTI had to have, I think it had some major like motor issues at like 40,000 miles. I know his Tiguan, he has a Tiguan or whatever, not the minivan. It was the
Passat?
No, it's whatever their hybrid, like what do you call that? The half crossover SUV type vehicle. Maybe it is the Tiguan. The motor went bad after 64,000 miles. They had to have the motor replaced. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's like Chrysler crazy.
Yeah, really. Like his. I mean, I know there's Chrysler fans out there. I'm sorry. My mom had a Durango, and I mean, that was I had a Jeep Cherokee. It was excellent, and that it's the K car. It was made by Chrysler. It was that era, where they were using all the parts from the K cars, and it was a great car. But my mom's Durango, that thing was such a piece of crap. I mean, it just everything was always breaking. I mean, I think at 33,000 miles, she had to have the entire front suspension replaced. She had at 45,000 miles, the front brakes caught on fire. I mean, it was just insane. The motor ran fine. It was a V8, but it had all kinds of stupid problems.
My buddy, he's got a Windstar minivan,
Yeah.
and his wife was driving it, and the engine fell out of the car.
What? Rusted through, huh?
I don't know, but the engine fell out of the car onto the
How old
ground.
was it though? Like, was it pretty rusted out?
No, it's a newer.
I mean,
I'd say
the
it's like a
Windstar's
9.
old. I mean, 9 years old. Do you think about? Because I mean, they haven't
I'm
made
sure
the
it was
Windstar in a long time. It's been a
I'm
long.
sure it was like 10 or so.
They stopped
To me,
making.
that's not old.
Well, true. I mean, I'm happy if I can get like 5 to 10 years out of a car. I know most people can get longer, but
I got 26 and counting. I got a 92 E150 sitting in the garage. That's what I use.
no, that's true. Now, how do you drive?
With a it's what they do is they put an electrical motor under the dash, and they connect to the gas pedal and the brake.
Oh,
and
cool.
what the motor, what it'll do is it'll spin one way, push on the brake, and then it'll reverse and go backwards and spin and push on the gas.
Now that's cool.
Yeah. So, and then what I have is I got like a joystick handle up where I'm at, and I just like push it forward, and the motor will turn one way, pull backwards, the motor turns the other way.
Now, how often do you do it? Do you drive a lot still, or?
No, not anymore, because my spine's deteriorating, so
It's hard.
I can't make the physical transfer,
Okay.
because I used to transfer in the driver's seat.
Oh yeah, because you have to get in and out and everything, right?
Yep. So,
Can they make
so
it
I'm
so
working
you can?
on getting another vehicle where I don't have to transfer.
I was going to say, like, I had a friend that had a van built. He was a paraplegic. He had MS really bad and did not have use of his legs, and same thing, kind of like limited use of his arms.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a van made up where he could just roll in the back. and then roll right up to the steering wheel and put his parking brake on and drive like that. Like he didn't have to get out of his chair. So that was how he kind of got around that. It's hard though. They don't make full-size vans anymore.
Nope.
That's where it gets tough because it's like you have to kind of squeeze your way in a minivan, you know.
Well, the squeezy part ain't so bad. It's the fact that the minivans are just basically they're a car,
Right.
and they put a bigger roof on it and stuff. And so what they do is when they convert a minivan to for someone like me, they basically take the whole floor of the car from where the transmission sits all the way back to the rear suspension and cut the whole floor out.
Oh
And
wow.
they put a new what's called a new pan,
Okay.
and the
Lower it
pan
all.
is lower so I can go in without hitting my head. And then they put these monster suspension on the vehicle to push the vehicle. That's why if you look at it, you'll see whenever you see a handicapped minivan, you'll notice that the wheel wells are really high above the wheels.
Right, because they lift the van up to fit to match.
So
Right.
it's got a huge monster suspension on there, and they ride like a sports car. They're just rough.
Right.
And every little bump, like when you're on a smooth road, it's smooth. It's like, oh, but as soon as you hit a bump, it's like, wham, wham, and it's just
not great. Right.
No, it's horrible.
Hang on.
So-
What's up, Mater?
That's big.
It's huge, isn't it? It's a big sprayer. Yeah, that's not fun.
But like my van, mine's a E150, and that thing rides really nice compared to a minivan.
Well, yeah, because it's a freaking huge van. Yeah, those are nice if you can find them. Now, could you get yours converted?
Mine's too old. They wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. The floor is actually rusted out on it, and I had to take it to a place, and they pushed the floor back up, and then they welded some beams back in and put the beams right onto the frame just to hold the floor.
Okay, so it's not doable.
Well, the thing is that the vans, the motor's fine, the tranny's fine. You know, mechanically my van's fine. It's just the cancer is killing her body.
Oh,
You know, rust.
right.
It's just eating away.
Yeah, and that's where we live, you know. I mean, I guess it kind of happens to cars anywhere, though.
But I mean, if you look at it, you know, I take real good care of it. All the rust is hidden mostly. There's a couple spots on the outside you can see the little bit of cancer, but you know, I'm doing my best with what I got.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's one of the reasons why I kind of like leasing. The only downside is the mile restriction. That's why right now I'm leasing 2 cars, because it's like if I don't have the best situation for me probably would be to lease 1 car and then have like my own, like a second car that I drive like when my lease miles are up. Because I like driving newer cars, you know, but I also you know, I can't stay within the miles.
I'd love to see the dealer's face when I bring back a vehicle that if I leased it that's been modified.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you couldn't do that. Oh, man.
Yeah, I can't lease.
Ryan ran over there was a truck dropped a tire, dropped his tread on 271. He was coming home from a church on Wednesday, and he ran over. The person in front of him hit it hard, like it flipped up and hit the car in front of him really hard, and it broke her bumper off and her turn signals and stuff, like smashed her turn signals.
Yeah.
And then it went down on the ground and it went under my car. It ripped, like on the passenger side, it went under that wheel and tore the plastic fairing off. Like there's a
Your
bumper.
blue one?
Yeah, there's like a little black piece of plastic behind the bumper, like in the wheel well, and it broke that. I was able to snap it back in place, but it's missing a little piece, like where it snaps on secure. So it didn't do any damage to the outside of the car, like to like what you see. but it broke that plastic piece, and then it went further under and bent the heat shield around the exhaust. So I had to. He went under there today. He got it jacked up and fixed the heat shield. And so it's not. It was rattling, like the car was like.
I had the same thing happen to me.
Yep. And so I was like, I mean, I wasn't mad at him because what you see a lot of times on YouTube, you see like young people trying to swerve to avoid something like that, and they way oversteer, and they end up going off the road. And I told him, I said, it's better that you run it over and do a little bit of damage than go flying off the road and flip the car. I mean, you're gonna get hurt if you damage the car a little bit. I'd prefer that to you getting injured in a car accident, And so he did the right thing. He did the best he could to avoid it.
Yeah.
It was
I
nice.
know a girl in rehab who broke her neck because a deer ran out in front of her, and she covered her eyes with her hands because she got scared.
Oh.
And the car just went off the road.
Yeah, you can't. You have to remain in control. A lot of times I've been able to avoid stuff. I'm a pretty I'm pretty terrible in the truck sim, but in real life I'm actually a pretty good driver, and I'm a pretty predictive driver.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always looking ahead and seeing where people are, and if I see something that's like a truck up ahead that has a ladder on it, I'm watching to see if the guy's got it tied down. I'm always like thinking ahead, and knock on wood, I've been pretty much able to avoid most on-the-road accidents. I did have one time where some dude dropped a ladder, and I was in my Lumina, and I avoided it, but the car next to me hit it and sent it into the side of my car. So that put a huge dent under by where my wheel was. I was pretty mad about that. But what can you do? I mean, it's like, but even so, it's like you can do your best to avoid an accident. It doesn't always mean that you're going to get out of it. So, but I've been pretty, I don't want to say lucky necessarily, but I'm a pretty careful driver. So I haven't had any on the road accidents ever. I've backed into myself multiple times in the driveway though. And the insurance person says that is actually where most accidents happen. Vast majority of auto accidents happen in the driveway. Trying to think of all the cars I did. I had a rental car and I backed it into my Jeep, smashed up the bumper on the rental van, and I crushed the side pillar of my Jeep in. It's pretty sad about that one. But what was nice was, okay, so my mom had owned the Jeep before, and my mom and grandma would, they parked the car outside. And so they would, when they get in the car, they would always walk along the driver's side, and they would have their purses, and they would scratch the paint on the car with their purses. So the side that I hit was all scratched up. The other side of the car was perfect. It didn't have any damage at all because it was, it was pretty well cared for. And so when I got it, I was like, oh man, it's got scratches all over the one side. The other side's fine, but So when that happened, the insurance, it was crazy. It was my work's insurance because it was a work accident. I had a rental van for work, and I was hauling computers. And the reason why I crashed into the Jeep was that my ex-wife had come home from an exercise class, and she parked it in the street behind our house, behind my van. And the van was full of computers in the back. It had monitors and printers and stuff stacked up in the back. So I was like, I went to go to return the van. I was going to take it to work and drop all that stuff off and then go to the airport and return the van. And I just plowed into it. I was like, oh no. I mean, just full force, And
you're probably like, cat!
No, it wasn't her fault. I knew. I was mad. I was mad, but I was mad at myself. Because I didn't really check well enough, and it was a dark day, and the van was a camo green. But I think they called it camo green, or chameleon green or something like that. But it was a dark green, and it was parked up against all these pine trees. So I just didn't see it. It wasn't, my poor Jeep. But then when they fixed it, all the scratches were gone. So I'm like, well, at least I hit the right side. Because they had to repaint the whole side of the car, Man, that thing was fun. That was probably, out of all the cars that I've owned, that was probably the worst on mileage and the worst on expenses to keep it running. Though it ran really well, But it was like, you had to change the oil a lot, and it 8 tires. It was an SUV, so it's got, like, it was a Cherokee Classic. But man, that thing was fun to drive. I have fond memories of that car. It really was a lot of fun to drive. It was fast. Wait, I thought you guys were going to go out. Oh, you just got back? Actually, yeah, it has been exactly half an hour, Mark. 30 minutes and 18 seconds. Mark is calling it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this program as I'm like 2 inches from being done with my field. How are you doing? Are you almost done?
I'm done.
Oh, man. Both fields?
Yep.
What? Well, go start that other one. I'm just kidding. Just stop where you're at. And if you want, can you do this last little rundown on the field here? Never mind. We'll do it later because I gotta get going. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Farming Simulator USA, Small Town, John Deere, whatever. I can't remember anymore what all these names are. I have too many farms I'm running. This is John Deere Farm, Small Town USA. Micah, have a good night.
You too, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Be sure to subscribe.
Have a good night, peoples.
Good night, peoples. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and if you want to throw money my way because you like me, you can do that. In the description is a link to the donation page. Have a great night, guys, and we will see you on the farm.